Oh, hi. Here's the thing. I personally don't think that y'all are out there thrifted enough. Prove me wrong in the comments, but today I'm gonna walk you through why I thrift and why I think you should be thrifting as well. And I'm bringing in my girlfriend on this one because she is a insanely good thrifter. The location has nothing to do with the video today, so we're gonna enjoy the pool here, and then we're gonna take you home and show you some of our favorite things that we have found thrifting and tell you why we think that you should be, because you can find good shit at the thrift. Babe, do you have anything to add before we head home and tell the people why they should be thrifting?
I've never been disliked by someone I would trade closets with.
I truly think that's words to live by.
Yeah.
Bay's bringing the heat today in the pool. All right, we're back from the pool, and we're ready to talk about thrifting. It's hard for me to know how many people actually thrift, I feel like, because we're surrounded by people who thrift, but I do feel like it's not like the masses. Would you agree, Bay? Like, what percentage of people do you think thrift? 30%? I feel like that's fair. I would be curious to know that answer. I will say, and this could be wrong, but I do feel like a higher percentage of people who are queer thrift than percentage of people who are straight. I know that sounds like an unnecessary stat, but I don't know. I just feel like a lot of our queer friends thrift. Maybe not as much as we do, because we be going a little bit too much. But anyways, I've got a little bullet point list over here, and I'm just gonna run through some of the reasons why I think that you should be thrifting if you're not. If you're already thrifting, tell me if you agree, and if I missed anything, add it in the comments. So, first thing that we should talk about is the thrill of the hunt. That's what me and Bay call it. You know what I'm talking about, Bay. The thrill of the hunt. When we get to the thrift, we do not thrift together. Let that be known. We walk through the doors and we both go our separate ways. We're basically like, good luck. And then we eventually find each other and show each other what we found. But it is a solo sport for us that we enjoy doing together separately. But it is just like so fun to walk through those doors and like go to your first spot and just start seeing what you can find. It is like such a rush to find something that is like a gem. I don't know. And because you're also doing a little bit of work to find it too. So I don't know. It's just like a thrill that you're just like out there hunting for shit. Do you have anything to add to the thrill of the hunt, Bay? Because I just like don't know what else to say aside from it's a rush. Bay says there's nothing quite like it. And I agree. And off of that, it's really fun to go in there. I think every now and then we're looking for something specific, but more often than not, I think we're just seeing what we can find. I don't know, at least that's me. I think lately we've been looking for more specific stuff for some videos we're working on, but normally we're just kind of going and seeing what we can find. Something that I find to be interesting is people who thrift, in my opinion, have a better fashion sense generally. People who thrift like and enjoy fashion and like putting together outfits and stuff. I know that there are many reasons to thrift, financial being a big one, but I think people who are into fashion and clothes and stuff that thrift are just more fashionable. I'm sorry, like when you walk into a thrift store, you have to pick things out of just like a bunch of fast fashion. Like you don't have a corporate office that has put together a lookbook of everything that's in at the time. So I personally just think that people who thrift have a little bit better of an eye for what's trendy and what looks cool, and they're far more creative with clothes. Come for me in the comments if you want. That's just how I feel. Another thing we were talking about was if you're wearing like button-ups and polos every day or most every day for work or for whatever reason, if you're buying those new, I don't understand why you would do that. Like, that's one of the things that they have the most of, I feel like, and always good brands. Like, Brooks Brothers galore. Like, I just feel like there's so many good brands always that, and sometimes with tags still, like, you can find really solid button-ups and polos at any given day, at any given thrift, I feel like. So let me just put you onto that if you have never thought about it, because I've been there before. I had a husband, we discussed this, and I would go buy him brand new button-ups for his work. And now I'm like, why did I do that? Could have saved so much money. Oh, look who's making an appearance. It's the Hirsch. He has things to say into Mike. He's so cute. So I would just like to point out, if you've never thought about it and you're just going and buying like button-ups, collared shirts, go to the thrift and see what you can find. I like finding like vintage, older brands that are like I've been starting to get more button-ups and crop them. And I generally don't have any issues finding good ones. So consider that. Also, this next point, I feel like Bae is going to have some things to add, which is just vintage denim is so much better than the denim we have current day. Would you agree, my love?
This is something.
Come say it into the mic, Bae. This is
My nose is really red.
as you know, we just got back from the pool, but this is my sweet, sweet lover, Sydney Conley.
Hi.
Look her up on Spotify. I'm going to preface this and then I'm going to let Bae take over, but she needed new pants. We went to the mall and we had a time, or was it shorts? Either way, you needed new denim.
It was pants.
I was
needed
baffled.
jeans.
I was so baffled at how hard it was to find. Like, why is denim stretchy
horrible,
now?
Like everything, Levi's, Madewell, like every store that I tried on jeans, they were so chuggy and stupid. And they were all like upwards of like $75, I would say.
So expensive.
Most of them over $100, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so ugly and dumb. So,
Yeah. Anything else to add?
not to that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, I was very shocked to see how much trouble that we had going into multiple stores, and she was like trying on stuff, and not even just it looking like chuggy, I think Bae said. It just, it was like they were all like stretchy. Like, are we putting spandex in all denim now? Like, I personally don't like stretchy denim, like jeans. Like, I don't want there to be any stretch, like, personally. I don't know. And on top of that, I don't think it needs to be pointed out how much better the prices are when you thrift, but that was another incredibly shocking thing when we were walking through the mall, is just how expensive everything was. I was shocked. I was like, oh my God, because I've been thrifting pretty much exclusively for the last at least 5 years of my life, maybe more, but definitely the last 5 years, pretty much just exclusively shopped thrifting unless there's something very specific that I need and it's just easier to go pick it up, and certain things like shoes and all that stuff, which we'll get to that. But yeah, I was just shocked by the prices at the mall, and then having gone and thrifted so much and bought like good vintage stuff. And I hate throwing around the word vintage because it sounds like, oh, it's vintage, but like just old stuff from like the 90s and before. It just is made better. Like, I don't really know how else to put it to you. Like, when you try that on, like, it just feels like better quality, and you can feel it if you thrift often, you know what I mean. But so just even going and seeing just the quality of stuff, it was shocking, and it was so much less fun walking through the mall and just seeing 10 of the same shirt together. I was like, what is this? Get me out of here. Yeah, so that's a point of why I think you should thrift. What else? Bae, you got any why do you think these people should thrift?
I just think vintage is always better. You are doing something good for the environment.
Okay, yep, that was one I should have mentioned.
And you are also, if you're buying cheap clothing new, you're buying fast fashion and stuff that's being made unethically. So, when you're thrifting, even if you buy something from Shein at the thrift store, which I hope you don't because ew, but if you want to, if there's something really cute At least
Don't
like
do
you're
it.
not buying it from the source is my point though.
Yeah.
It's already been bought. It's already in the thrift store.
Yeah. No, that's a good wait, pause though. That's good. Let's go back to the environment, because if you thrift often like we do, and I do think there's a lot of people, but I think not enough people are thrifting. And if more people were thrifting, there wouldn't be the issue that I'm about to talk about. And that is just, there is so much shit in a thrift store. And if you've ever gone to the bins, which is like the outlet Goodwill, it's even crazier there. They're just bringing out buckets of shit, bins, massive boxes, like, and if you look back into the back of these places, it's just absolutely filled with shit. It's actually, you can't even really think much about it, because you're just like, how do we have so much stuff as a society? So environmentally, so much better. It just, altogether, it just makes so much more sense to me, given the fact that the prices are lower, the quality of clothes is better. You do have to do more work for it, obviously, but that's just is kind of part of it, I guess. I think that it's well worth the time spent on it, but I guess other people would disagree. I think some people maybe don't like it for the cleanliness factor, or like how dirty they feel going through clothes, especially the bins. But I think if more people saw how much there was just piled up at a thrift store, and like really realized how terrible we are about buying too much stuff that we don't need, like, I think maybe it would be a little bit more eye-opening for people. And also, yeah, we've all bought a shirt that we thought we would love and wear over and over and over, only to never wear it, or wear it like once. If you do that at the thrift store, not only have you spent less money on it, so you feel better about that, it also is like, you're just kind of like, I don't know, like, I feel a little bit better about buying something, like thrifting it, going to Goodwill, grabbing it, if it's like for a costume or whatever, because it's just, at least it's being saved a little bit. And then if I take it back, then somebody, it's just kind of like this forever interchange. And I know that there is still a way to continue to consume more than you need. Like, we definitely be thrifting a lot, and probably too much, speaking for myself. But I just at least feel better about the fact that it's just like moving houses. You know what I mean? Like, no one's making anything new. It's just like going from someone's house to mine. Like, my nice little backdrop here, which is just like, because we thrift so much, we have these hanging in almost every room. We have plenty of closets in our bedroom, but in both other bedrooms, we have these hung. And I was looking at this before I started filming, because I thought it was interesting. Every single jacket and sweater up here was thrifted, except for this one piece here, and that's because it was my grandpa's, and I have it. So that's a vintage piece, and I didn't have to go buy it. But yeah, looking at everything, yeah, literally every single piece up there I got from a thrift store over the last, 5 or 10 years of my life. So in time, you can curate the most fun collection ever, and there's a lot of this stuff that I haven't worn very much at all, but like, I just like having it. And one way I think that we have tried to help our addiction is by starting to resell some stuff, which I know red flags are going up, and you're like, fuck you, reseller. It's not that. I'm going to save that for a different video, because I do want us to talk about that at some point. More on that later. I just got Bay's some more feedback from Bay in the abyss back there. She said that it's pretty much guaranteed that you're not going to show up wearing the same thing as someone, and that's so true. I think that kind of sums up my main points. I don't know if I've sold you yet. I kind of ran through it quickly. I guess the last thing to say before showing you some of our favorite finds is, if you have tried thrifting before and you can't get into it because of just like, it feels dirty, or it takes too much time, or whatever, I would say you really do just have to be patient. The more that you go, the better you get at it, which sounds kind of silly, because you wouldn't think that thrifting is a skill, but I definitely think thrifting is a skill. I would say Sid probably thinks the same thing, but the more you go, and the more you kind of know what to look for, and you learn the feeling of fabrics and like different thicknesses of collars and stuff, you don't have to touch every piece anymore. you can kind of like scan and know what pattern you're drawn to. You just kind of start to hone in on what you're looking for. So, unfortunately, if you have tried in the past and weren't a fan because of how long it took, the only way to get faster at it is to keep doing it and just to keep going. And that's also the best way to come up with like a collection of stuff that you really like, is by just like going weekly, or there's times that we go multiple times a week. Not so much anymore, but there have been times that we have gone just like multiple times a week, because it's just a fun way to spend a couple hours. It's like impossible for us to spend under an hour in a thrift store, we've learned, but we're working on it. It's like you go into a whole nother dimension or something in there. I haven't even talked about non-clothes items, like the coffee mug collection that I have. It's one of my favorite things. There's so much cool house stuff to find. Most everything in our house is from a thrift store, which I was going to point out some things in the background, but wow, that's really confusing to do. This is from an estate sale. So we'll save estate sales for a whole separate video, because that is a whole nother discussion. But a lot of the little like fun things around our house are from estate sales and thrift stores. It's just fun to find like, I'm sorry, look at this rock concert thing, Goodwill, $3.99. Sometimes I'll keep the tag on the bottom so I know how much I spent on it. But like, I googled it, this is like from the 70s or 80s or something. It's so funny, and I just have it set on my little desk, just like little quirky things that you can find. It's just fun. So if you haven't considered thrifting, I think you should. I think a lot of people at this point have gone thrifting at least once in their life, but if you haven't, I'm here to encourage you to give it a try, and also encourage you not to get discouraged, because sometimes you go in there and you don't find anything good, or you only find one good thing, and that's okay. There's other thrift stores. You'll also learn the thrift stores that are consistent in your area, and I would recommend, if you're in a major city or a bigger city, like we're in Nashville, for example, you're going to find better stuff outside of a big city. And I don't think that that's because there's not good stuff to be found in a big city. It's just that there's more people going to those places. So if you get like our sweet spot has been like an hour out, 30 minutes out. But the further out you go, in our experience, the better stuff that you find, which is interesting. But there's just less competition out there, I think. But yeah, so just keep thrifting. And it is something that you can do alone, which I feel like is fun. Like, that is one thing that I've never been like, oh, I wish someone would go thrifting with me. That's something that I'm just like, if I want to thrift, I will just go thrift. Sometimes Bae will try to be sneaky after work and sneak a thrift. We talked about community in the last video, and so if that's something that you struggle with, like I have in my life, thrifting is something that you don't need anyone to go with, and you're not like looked at weird if you're walking around the thrift store alone. So that's a positive, I feel like. But it is fun to go with people. But also, we do find that you can't be going thrifting with people that have the same style as you and are like about the same size, because then you're just gonna be like competing for stuff. So we have to be strategic with who we take thrifting. If we're trying to get some good stuff, if we have a similar style, you probably won't be going thrifting with me. I'm not trying to add competition in the same car that I'm in, you know? Okay, Bae, should we show them some of our favorites? Yeah. All right, I'm going to take all of this down, and we're going to bring in some of our favorite stuff and show you. And if that doesn't give you encouragement to thrift, then I'm not going to be able to do it. So give us a second.
You gotta hang it up here. That's why I cleared it. Oh, sorry.
So these are two belts, kind of basic staple statement belts, that I feel like, I don't know, just classic. And like, Vintage Gap, genuine leather. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know, when or where this is from. I just know that it's heavy. And the quality, you can hold the quality in your hands. And then this is a purse. Am I supposed to look at the camera?
Yeah, ideally.
Okay. I was just making sure.
This is a purse.
This is a purse. And it's by Fossil. I don't know when it was made. I would love to know, but love the color. Genuine leather. Just super cute little pop of green there. And then this is one of my favorites. Del Borgo is the brand. It's an Italian leather purse. And I just think that the shape is pretty much to die for. So, yeah, that's one of my faves. And I'm sorry, they're just not selling this.
Let me bring this back down. Base tall. Okay. I'll start with some outerwear. Starting with blazers. I love thrifting blazers. I've gotten rid of some, but these are my 2 most worn, okay? I was going to put them on, but I feel like if I start posting weekly videos, you're just going to see these things in action eventually. So, love. Obsessed. This one is Lizwear. Lizwear is a brand I feel like we fuck with. Like, when we find a good Lizwear. We love a good Lizwear. That's a good brand to look out for. Okay, this sweater, I got this one thrifting back when I was married to that man I was telling y'all about a few videos ago. I've had this one for a while, and it has been, a solid... I wear this one a lot. Yeah. It's just a good go-to. It's really thick and, chunky, and I don't know. I'm obsessed with it. And like Bae said, you can just feel the quality in your hand.
Yeah.
You really can. This one you've already seen me wear in a video, so big fan of this one. That's fun. I don't know the brand. Oh, Ash Creek. Some of these, we don't know what they are, but you can just tell. Sometimes you can just tell that it was from, the 90s or whatever.
Oh, for sure.
And then my last little jacket for now, this one I found at the Goodwill, and I saw them bring out a new rack, and I was I started going over there, and when I pulled this one, I already thought it was cool, and then I turned it around, and I was that's fucking crazy. Come on, this has to be making you look at the things you can find at fucking Goodwill.
Back into position. Okay, so here's a skirt that I thrifted a few years ago. The brand, Angels. This built-in belt, the way that it fits on the waist and the slit down here, it's just unbeatable. And these style of jean skirts have been, I feel like they were really in this past winter and spring. And this one is just perfect. Plus it has this fun business up top. This is just a vintage Old Navy skirt, but I've been looking for mini skirts that are kind of lower rise, even mid-rise, just not a lot of short skirts
high-waisted.
Yeah, so high-waisted. It's got stretch to it. It's so cute. It's the perfect length. Anyway, I'm talking too much.
I'm back. My turn. This is so fun. It's a little presentation. This one I wear a lot. You will definitely see it in a video. It fits me really loose, so I don't know. It just is it's so good. This is screaming 90s in my opinion, which was when I was born, so. Okay, these are a little bit more boring, but I brought them to show how easy it is to find simple button-ups that are really good quality, and also you can then go and buy one that fits oversized and then one that fits tighter, and then you can crop it, and you can buy the same shirt and make them look different. Yeah, make them look different. So I can wear these out more regularly and at least not be the exact same thing every time. It can get and at some point I'm sure I'll have a third one that has a different crop or something. I don't know, but it's just I don't know. That's because I also have a tie that looks very similar to it that I'll pair with it that looks sick in my opinion. And then One thing about me and Bay, we've been loving purple lately.
Loving purple.
So I found this, like, it almost is feeling like denim-ish, but it's purple. And this is an Eddie Bauer, definitely older. It's like super thick and like worn in, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the previous owner dry cleaned it. It's almost a little starchy, but huge fan. Just bought this one in Louisville this past weekend. And then this one I thought was really cool. I love like a good flannel that's like thick, but this one I thought was fun because this sleeve, I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but like this one's kind of blue and this one's not. So I don't know. It's just kind of fun. I love it. So there's some examples of some button-ups that I'm currently loving.
Okay, so this thing is not a super like everyday wear kind of vibe. I wanted to show some everyday kind of things and then also some whoa, kind of moments like this. Yeah. It's Ralph Lauren and it's like this poncho. I think that it's oh, I thought it was silk. It's not. But that's okay. It's still really nice.
You learned it here first.
And really cool. This thing is so fun to wear. It feels like you have wings.
Poncho
and
too.
Then another poncho, which this is kind of a sheer material, if you can't see. The beads at the bottom. It's just so fun to wear. Cactus, spelled Kaktus, is the brand. And just love that. Heather thrifted this. Yeah. But I love it and I wear it all the time. Bugle Boy, super sick tag. And this little design on the front of the pocket, this pretty blue stripe. It's just like the perfect button up. Not too small, not too big. Gorgeous. Love it. I found this one recently at the bins, I'm pretty sure. I love this and I've worn it several times already. So it's just a plain button up, but it's not. Because it has these buttons that are really close together and then it has one button all by itself down here. So you can just let it be open. So it's buttoned about down to like where your pants or shorts would hit. Somebody told me that they thought it was a painter's smock. They were like, oh, I like your painter smock. And I was like, oh, that's awkward. I thought this was just a really cool shirt. But it's fine because it is a really cool shirt. I am just obsessed with it. Kikomo Blue Jeans is the brand. And I actually have a few pieces by Kikomo. I love them.
I would like to thank my femme Bay for showing some examples that aren't just mask or menswear. My jersey collection. I already mentioned how we're loving purple. Huge fan of this. Bay's been stealing that one as well. This one was a recent pickup at the bins, so it was basically like $2. This was a jersey that I cropped, and I've been wearing this like for like I feel like 3 years now. I love this one. A couple fun long sleeves, just like a sweater example. We just got this one recently. Just fits really loose and nice. Big fan. This one I think is so fun. I have had it for a while and haven't worn it, but I've been wearing it more recently, like around the house. It just fits so cute. I honestly, when I wear it, I feel like I should be like on a catamaran. Like I feel like I should be like out on a boat or something. But yeah, like you can just find like this shirt. This one is a better example on. I feel like it fits me in a really cool way. So and I'm currently pretty tan, and it looks nice.
I'm probably gonna borrow that.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. But I don't have anything. This like pink. I'm not a big pink fan, but this like muted pink, big fan. And then I've been struggling with short sleeves, so I loved when I found that. And then yeah, like this baseball tee vibe. This one's a Route 66. Route 66. Do you say route or route?
I feel like I say route.
I feel like it depends on what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
This is another brand I feel like I have a lot of, and this one just fits nice and loose and is really cute too. So several of those things picked up this weekend. One more thing that I love, I wear this all winter long. I'm sorry. This is my trench. I think this one was a little bit more than usual. We got this one in Arkansas.
Yeah.
But it was like maybe $20. But like we went that trip to the mall I was telling you about earlier in the video, like these kinds of jackets were $300. Like,
yeah.
And it's thick, like it's just I don't know. If this doesn't make you want to thrift, I don't know.
I don't know what will.
I literally don't know what will. So
I'm going to say goodnight to you viewers. I'm pretty sleepy, but I'm happy I got to hop in for this.
all right, that is me and Bay's very disorganized, scatterbrained way of trying to encourage you to thrift. So I hope that we sold you on it, and I don't really know that there's much more to add. So I think I'm just gonna end it there. I think comment below if you're a thrifter. If you're not a thrifter, comment why, and tell me that you're gonna give it another shot, right? Right? Get out there and thrift some shit. And when I say shit, I mean like good stuff, not shit. Okay, bye.